Well, tonight we've had some interesting ducking and weaving with the email system. And yes, it is the same link every week, folks. If you do get stuck and can't find it, it is the same link every week for this webinar. We do multiple webinars for individuals and private ones during the week that all have their own individual link, but this webinar is always the same link. So let's get moving right along. Before we get too far into this, I apologise, tonight doesn't have the information in it I wanted to put in, but I was otherwise incapacitated for most of yesterday. I've had a number of people in my life over the time tell me that I was a blithering idiot when I came up with some harebrained idea. Well, yesterday I was. I did myself a fairly serious damage by basically not paying attention, walked through a doorway, clipped the door jamb and put my neck out really bad and had all sorts of drugs. And it was a fun trip. However, coming back out of it now, but just haven't been able to sit down and use my right arm as much as I wanted to get some slides done today. So we'll add some more news, but we'll go through some of the brief updates that we've had from Boris from the function in Europe, and we'll get amongst that right now. Kate is joining us from Melbourne, the metropolis. Okay, let's get amongst this. We are being recorded, and here we are on the 7th of February. Now, you might notice I did remember to change the date this time. Just amazing the number of times you look at these slides and see something that is bleedingly obvious and you haven't seen it 7 times. Anyway, let's get going. Lots of information I wanted to put in about our crypto wallets and where we're going, but just didn't have the capacity this week to make all of that happen. So we'll add in some great information next week. And boy, I can tell you I'm excited by what's happening with our income wallets for our members. It is really coming together well. The issue we've had is the automation of the integration. So we're going round and round in circles with programmers trying to make it all work so that it comes in everyone's wallet once a month. A little bit of a problem with that. I can pay a whole bunch of programmers and get it done in a hurry, but then I'm using up all the money that I want to pay out to the members. So I'm doing it bit by bit, and we'll get it done, and it will be very good. And once we start to see some of this revenue coming through for our members, it will be astounding at where it's going. It's just amazing to me when I see the numbers every month about how far we've come. Okay, let's move right along. Welcome, everybody. We will play our little intro video. I think I've fixed the music in the middle of it this week. I actually did that last week before we got started. But wow, we've really kicked some goals in the last 2 weeks. And over the coming 4 weeks, you will see lots of updates and changes coming through. And I'm excited because it absolutely delivers for our members an opportunity for them to benefit from a system that doesn't cost them any money. And that's what we set up this business for. Okay, moving right along. Here's our little intro. there we go. Quick intro video. And every week when I play this, I see more and more places in this video where we have created a footprint in the business world. And it's quite astounding when you think that we started doing this before lots of these commentators started to get on this bandwagon. And I'm really glad we did. I think it's exciting for our members. We are really on a roll at the moment. So just remember, we're expressing our views as affiliates only. We don't represent any of the companies. We don't represent Zenique or Saphir or anybody like that. And we're not giving you financial advice. What we're doing is showing you what we've discovered. And boy, it's exciting. So we had this one last week, but I think it's worthwhile going through again. China has already launched their digital central bank currency. And that gives the Chinese government the ability to stop you buying whatever they don't want you to have. So the roadmap looks like it's going to be, if you want to buy any product manufactured in China, you have to pay for it with this currency. And the second that you put something on Facebook or Twitter or whatever it is that you decide to do that the government doesn't like, they will turn off your wallet, irregardless of what's in it. So it's an interesting measure of control. But they're saying that most westernized countries will have digital CBCs by 2024. So we're all going to be in exactly the same boat. That's why it is so important that we have the ability to manage our own finances outside of what the government gives us. It's really important that we do that, because absolutely these CBDC systems will really prevent us from having any privacy about where we spend our money. So everything is relative. Have a look at this. Gold has remained steady as stocks and Bitcoin have plunged. Now, this is just a few days ago. It's been astounding when you think about the fact that everything's been in free fall. Gold went down, silver went down, stocks went down, cryptocurrencies went down. And yes, gold went down slightly, but it stayed relative. And that, I just took that out of an email from a newswire this afternoon. So it's really interesting that they're thinking that gold is doing what gold does. It's staying there and in the right place. And yes, Martin, goodbye to independence, because once the government has control of what you can spend, where you can spend it, and who you can spend it with, that's a different ball game, because you're no longer playing with your own money. You're playing with a process that is controlled by some of your elected officials and representatives, and some of them will be public servants. And that, my friends, is not a good outlook. Apparently, when we set out to pursue metal, we were on the right track, apparently. So the roadmap, real physical gold and silver. It's really important that you understand that everything we're doing is built on physical metal, not ETFs, real physical metal that we store in a vault, and we have the ability to convert it to cash from there. Soon we'll have the ability to convert it into a digital currency that we have control of, and that will go into a format that lets us trade elsewhere. Now, why is Russia an issue in this? Even the Russians, whose government tried to ban all cryptocurrency just a few weeks ago, their parliament has stood up and said, no, you can't do that, because that's the new economy. And we have to be we're either going to be at the forefront of it, or we're going to be left behind. So we can't ban cryptocurrencies. Interesting viewpoint, isn't it? So that's what our wallet looks like at the moment. We'll be making some changes to that and adding some new coins in the very near future, but there's a bunch of coins in there that we can use. And you can convert that to cash and spend it on a MasterCard. It's a debit card. The interesting thing is the fees going from digital to the wallet to cash to spending are many times lower than using real physical metal. So we're well down this road. We're attempting to get blockchain specialists to talk to coin specialists, to talk to bullion suppliers. We're standing in the middle of it, trying to bring all these people together to affect what we want. Now, we could have done this ourselves as an AU4U project, but it would have been fairly limited. What we're talking about now is delivering these coins to the rest of the world. And it will be an amazing outcome because every token or coin that is sold will benefit our members every time. And it will be a small benefit for each token, but it will benefit everybody. So we're building into this system a process that allows you as the individual to benefit from business that's happening on other sides of the planet without actually having to go and build a big network or make anything happen. So is it spendable? Well, the decentralized wallet that we're using is very good, very secure, very well set up. It will give you a virtual IBAN number, so you will end up with a virtual bank account. It is not, and I say again, it is not a bank account. It is a blockchain account. So whatever currency you send to that IBAN number, it will store in that currency. So you can be in 10 different countries a week and you can send money to that IBAN number and it will store it. And you can spend it all on the debit card. The whole system is based on coins and the new blockchain because we're looking to be very disruptive in the banking and payment system. When I have had 2 conversations in the last week with people in Europe about where this is going, it is mind-boggling what their vision is. They have already secured most of the assets they need to make it happen. I actually don't know how big they picture it happening because we got to points in the conversation where they just said, too much information, we're not going to tell you about that yet. We need to get some more things achieved so that when we release the information, it makes sense to everyone. So I've got to tell you, it's exciting where they're going. The whole roadmap that they're developing is going to be perfect for everything we wanted to do. And we're lucky that we have an inside go at, I suppose, who the management team is, the owners, all those sorts of things. We have inside connections with them, and it's been very, very handy. So how does it come together? The wallet, crypto wallet, there's a web interface so you can pay bills. It's all starting to come together. So you can shop, for example, with Easy Shopping Cards, an online system. You can shop with AU4U and buy physical metal. You can buy crypto, hubs, tokenization of projects. Everything will come through this wallet. And that's where we will get the best value, because by using this centralized system with very low fees, we will be creating our own payment system. And that's exciting because it takes the bank's power away. So we're bringing this to you in a format that lets you control your own finances. Think about the implications. We've got a dog that's just come into the office here, is determined to get some more treats and is doing lots of groaning and whining. Oh, yeah.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
So think about the implications of what this system will do. There is nothing that we can't achieve with this. I mean, nothing. We will be able to develop a process to suit whatever it is that you want to do in whatever town you're in. There is a loyalty program coming that's built off the back of this that's absolutely free for merchants to use. Costs them nothing. They can set up all of their own parameters. They can pay loyalty rewards in cryptocurrency or whatever they want. It's a fantastic option, and it will be released in the next few weeks as well. So really looking forward to that. Centralized versus decentralized. We touch on this every week. I'm absolutely enamored of how far Zonique and Sophia have taken their decentralization to protect us. It is absolutely critical that we know that our masternodes will continue to work, that our wallets will continue to work. People can't hack the wallets, etc. It's making a huge difference because nobody can walk away with our assets. A decentralized wallet and a bank. So you cannot have your crypto, your metal, anything run off with. It's been a long time coming, and I can tell you that it's amazing to see how committed these guys are when you get to talking to them after they've had a couple of, possibly a litre or two of beer, and they start to loosen up and talk about it. So here we have the card. It's in a cardboard folder there, so we'll show it to you in a minute being pulled out of the box. It's confidential banking, but there is no bank. You become your own bank. It's critical that you understand that. How does it come together? Crypto hubs and debit cards come from Zonique and Sophia. You are tied to the masternode. The masternode is connected directly to the tablet. And once you've got that going, it just will continue to do what it's doing. If you own one of these hubs, it will continue to print coins for you for the next 18 years. Yep, there's not many coins per day going out, but I can tell you when you see what's coming, when you see the growth in the industry, the tokenization of projects, it's amazing, absolutely astounding at how far they've thought this through before they even got the project off the ground. Are they real? Well, there's a photograph of an actual working tablet, which is a masternode, and we'll zoom in a bit and you can see what it's connected to. It shows the wallet, it shows you who you can hook into the network, and it shows you the minting process. So there's a whole lot of options that you can put together there. This tablet is a masternode, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment, about why that's important. So once you've got one of these and it's turned on, they can't do anything about the blockchain. The blockchain will continue to work and it will continue to run because we have masternodes. I've got a couple of 250 odd coins now from my tablet because it's just prints some every day and it adds up. And in a year or two, when they're competing with Ethereum, and I think they will, those coins are going to be very, very valuable. So the masternodes that are on the blockchain, in the conversation I had a few days ago, the number one goal Zonique had was to have more masternodes than Bitcoin, and they have already. And they'll have a lot more going forward. The masternodes are distributed around the world, so they're not in a big data center where they're all in one server. They're distributed around the world. So you can't shut the system down by attacking the tablets because they're everywhere. They are literally around the world. They're secure, so they can be run from anywhere. once you have internet connection with either Wi-Fi data or 4G or 5G, or 3G for that matter, they'll run on that, you have the ability to maintain the blockchain. And that's why you want a masternode. You get paid to maintain the blockchain. The roadmap is to be the biggest blockchain company in the world in the next few years. And having talked with them about how they think they're going to do it, I think they might even do it. They have thought through all of the issues that cryptocurrencies have around the world. They're working with groups like us to tokenize those assets. So our gold and silver will become a token. There's some massive benefits in that for you as members because it removes the margin. You don't have to go to a vault and accept a price which is the spot price minus a margin. You will sell your metal on the internet at spot price. So it really, really is a great outcome. We're in the right place to grow with these guys. I'm excited. I'm appreciative of Boris that he was giving me some free information and some free help with a wallet. And he had the forethought to say, why don't you stop doing what you're doing and use this wallet? It's already working. And it was a huge relief because it saved us probably $100,000 and 2 years of work. So here we are. We've got the tools. They've built it. They've delivered it. They've given us the outcome, and we're going to take advantage of it. Here's a report from their latest session in Europe. So that was the latest function they had in Europe where a lot of this information was released. We had a conversation 2 days ago with Boris, who was in the video, and he talked about the changes that are coming with the development of more masternodes and where the blockchain's going. And the dark-skinned gentleman that you saw going on stage there at one point, he is one of the co-founders of Zonique, and he was also in college with a member of the royal family of Dubai. Hence, that family has bought an equity stake in the project. Somebody's camera is on. Stop. Go away. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we really are in a good place. We just cannot go hard fast enough here. You saw this guy on the video pull the card out. It pulls out from one end and the other end comes out as well. It's a great outcome. The card will allow you to use cash, crypto, or metal. And boy, that's exactly what we were working towards. The virtual wallets for the cash are coming very soon. That's all in process at the moment. Editing white papers again because of the English language conversion. They will be finished very, very soon, and look out, this business will explode. We just talked about that. The white papers are being reviewed again. It's amazing as I look at these slides that I prepare every week, and every week I find a slide that I've looked at 10 times and it's got an error in it. Getting these white papers certified and audited has been a massive task, particularly given that they're written originally in German and then transferred into English, and Google Translate just doesn't cut it. All of our code and documents will be published in February. So here's the first project that goes live on the blockchain, Tupan. It puts ownership of the Amazon forest in the hands of everyday people. Now, it was originally designed as a carbon sink. So a company like Shell would say, I need to buy 1,000 acres of Amazon rainforest this month because that's how much fuel we've sold and burnt, etc. This already has SEC approval. They're already regulated. It's the only digital asset issuer in the USA that can legally say they've put their hand up and been regulated. So very, very cool, particularly with what's going on with XRP, etc., in the US. They are transferring that entire business onto the Zoniq blockchain. So that's not the only project. There's over 400 of them that they're programming right now to convert over. When they're all on that blockchain, the coin price will go completely stupid, because there won't be enough coins, I don't think. And there's a roadmap to burn coins regularly. So the coin numbers will continue to go down and the price, in theory, should continue to go up. The wallet will give you income from coins, income from staking. And next week, we're going to do a number of slides on staking and how it works, why it's different to what they do with Bitcoin. Because in Bitcoin, they do mining to confirm all the blockchain transactions. This blockchain is different. It uses very little energy to maintain itself, unlike Bitcoin. There's income from minting. So all of the Masternodes, mint coins, you'll be able to access that. And there's income from sales. So there is an affiliate program. You sell a Masternode to somebody, you get a 9% commission. It's well worth doing. And it's already working. There's, from my wallet, I've had a number of coins that I've withdrawn because as we go through this process, I'm testing parts of the website. So I've withdrawn coins, put it on my phone, sent them to another wallet, moved them around. So I'm very happy. I think I've got about 240 coins or something at the moment, 230 something. It's been amazing to actually see it all work, and it all functions. Instant transfers of currency between members, instant transfers of assets. Once we get everybody off the ERC20 tokens on the Ethereum blockchain, the entire thing is going to be almost instant. And I cannot wait for that to happen, because personally, not a fan of Ethereum. Gas fees are killing it. Okay, let's have a look at how the blockchain actually works. When I do a transaction, it goes out to the masternodes and they are distributed all over the place. Now, this is a demonstration or artwork from Bitcoin, hence the B, but the same process works on all of the blockchains. Once the masternodes decide that it adds up, they send all the data off and form it into blocks. Then they write the blocks into a chain, hence blockchain. Then you get the transaction complete message. The great advantage in blockchain is that in one transaction, you have the purchase and the settlement all done. Don't have to go back and verify bank accounts, all that sort of stuff. It's all done in one go. And there's numerous businesses in the world and business models that are coming together to do this and use this type of technology. So how secure is it? Well, the tablet directly coupled to the exchange that is built for this job. and there's limited fees, very, very low fees. You have another wallet that you can synchronize to your phone and spend it. And you have a private wallet that only you get access to. It cannot be hacked from the internet because it is not connected to the internet, even though that wallet is in that tablet, which is connected to the internet. It is completely firewalled, no connection. You have to log into the wallet and transfer assets from number 2 to number 1 so you can access them and spend them. Whatever you leave in number 2, it is done. It cannot be broken into. That's a very cool system. So what now? We're in the right place to get a benefit from what's happening in the world. It's free to add a wallet. You can register for free. Coin minting starts at 100 euros and up. And as we integrate our metal wallet into the Zonique wallet, wow, think about what that will do. Stay focused on gold and silver. Hence, I wanted to put in that little note earlier about the fact that the commentators are even saying gold is maintaining its even keel. Surprise, surprise. What do you think about that? So what if you want some more coins? They will be available from the exchange in a few weeks, or you can purchase a full hub or multiple hubs, which become Masternodes. Personally, that's what I've done. I think having a Masternode that will print coins for you for free for the next 18 years, really good value. Really good value. You can sell the coins within every 24 hours. Whatever's minted today can be sold. So there's only a 24-hour hold on them. You can put them into a wallet and sell them instantly, almost. So why are we here? Same story. We're focused on ensuring we survive the economic turmoil around us. And it is getting worse and worse every day. Been some interesting podcasts coming out in the last few days about what's happening in America, what's happening in Europe. We've just seen it here where all of a sudden now we're not using the QR codes, and numbers of reasons why that has come to that. But the world is changing and we need to pay attention. Here we are, gold inflation and confiscation. Lynette Zhang from ITN Trading. I will put the link to this in the YouTube video, in the comments. Well worth listening to, great video. And guess what? Gold is poised for mania. There's a debt supercycle devaluation coming, and they're talking about why gold is going to explode. The new crypto frontier, this guy's talking about if you're a skeptic, watch this video. Great listen, great listen. Gold, silver, Bitcoin. What a coincidence. Isn't that what we've been talking about for a while? Gold, silver, and digital assets. Those three things are what you need to hang on to, because they are going to give you a protective screen. $2,000 gold, when and how? They are saying that the gold market has finally realized that the Fed is going in the wrong direction. Surprise, surprise. And guess what? Inflation, 15% and going higher. It's the highest since 1947 in America. And remember, not only is it the highest at 15%, but they've manipulated what goes into the inflation calculation so it's not too bad. It would be probably 30 or 40% if they had the same things in the calculation that they had in 1947. So yeah, things are changing and we do need to pay attention. But I'm really pleased that all of those presenters agree with what we're doing. So thanks everybody. Look, here's where the coin is coming into its own. You will have income just because you hold the coins. It will come from the exchange, tokenization projects, all of those items there will contribute to your revenue as a coin holder. And yes, Martin, inflation, only transitory. Yeah, right. watch this space. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have worked really hard for the last couple of years to get this system sorted. Really proud that we've got the process that has come to fruition. Everything we've talked about is coming true. Absolutely everything. The bottom line is what we knew as normal 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years ago is completely gone. It will never come back. It will never come back as it was before. So all we're doing, don't need to be a salesperson. Just get involved, get your own wallet, hold and use your own spendable assets. So make sure that you get this worked out. Anybody got any questions that they'd like to ask? Cost of a Masternode and skills required to operate one from Dallas. Dallas, you can buy part of a Masternode from €100 and up. A full Masternode is €1,998. That gives you the tablet with the wallets and everything on it. You can buy a digital Masternode for about €1,500, but you can buy shares in Masternodes for €100 and up. I really think they're a fantastic opportunity for us to do what we need to do. And the skills required to operate one, turn it on. It's set up to run automatically. It reports directly to the blockchain and the exchange, and that's all it does. We just need to keep the power going. My aim is to have one by the end of February. Good, Martin. I think it'll be a great way to kickstart your coins. I've had an amazing outcome already with the information that I've got about this. I was a member for 2 months before I put €100 in, and then I went back and bought a tablet after I could see that it was actually working. So we've had a few months of experience. We've got access to the CEO or COO, whatever Werner's title is at Sophia, and the blockchain designer. We've had access to get all of that done and have communication with the management unlike anything we've ever had before. I sent a message to Werner the other day that I wasn't getting a satisfactory answer about, and he answered me within a couple of hours, spelt it all out in the message, and I was a very happy camper to think, yep, he's the guy running the show, and he answered my message. Now, I think you've got to have his number. I've got his number from years ago because we used to talk regularly. But, wow, having access to those people is amazing. It's really, really good. Thanks, Martin. I do feel like a bit of a trailblazer sometimes. It's just something I've had to do when I joined this to start with, and I thought someone's got to test this. I looked around, there was no one else in the room, so it was me, and bought the first hub/Masternode for Australia, and boy, we have taken off from there. So once this starts minting coins everywhere, you're going to see a lot of excited people. Any other questions for tonight, folks? Thanks, Janet Hort, for coming. Jackie's here. Bob and Irene. Louise Creamer's still with us. Fantastic. Keith's on the go with his PC. Ms. Glenn Wright. Malcolm Langford from the enclave of Queensland called the Barossa Valley. Thank you once again. Thanks, Maxine. Really appreciate your support. Miss Pia's here from Melbourne. Ros and Lee Irwin are with us. Sharon's iPad. Vivian's here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't see any other questions coming through. Just put your hand up if you really want to ask a question, or I'm about to cut you off. But I think we've answered most questions already tonight. We are in an exciting space, an absolutely exciting space. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Thanks, Dallas. Thanks, Cheryl, Daphne, Ernie, everybody that's here, the Harvey clan. Really appreciate you turning up. We are in a great spot, and we are looking forward to sharing our experiences on the golden beaches of the world. Have a great night.